Hey guys, welcome to Economics for today. There was a piece of paper put into your packet describing a specific curve graph that I really wanted you guys to learn about, okay? So I went to go make the presentation for it and I found this YouTube video that honestly teaches the graph in a super understandable way, applying it to world and life application settings, okay? So instead of just taking a boring black and white piece of paper and explaining how the curve works, etc., I made a decision that it would be better for you to watch this semi-short video, okay? And give you some ways of taking the notes and answering some questions to make sure that you have an understanding of it. The reason why it's important to understand this curve graph is because really it applies to many different real life scenarios in the economy in any country today, okay? For example, if an economy or a government needs to make the decisions that they need more soldiers in their army to defend their country or to be fighting a war over in another country like Afghanistan or Iraq or something like that with the United States, sometimes they're gonna have to look at it and be like, okay, if we want more soldiers, we have to give up something, right? Because those men that are gonna, and women that are going to go over and be the soldiers, we're doing other jobs. So if we're gonna call for a certain amount of men and women to now become soldiers, are we willing to give up what they were doing before in society? Okay? Or for example, if senators and people in the government come to the government and say, and come to their group of compañeros and say, in our presupuesto this year, in the budget this year, we need to give more money to education. And they say, okay, that's fine that we're gonna give more money to education, but then what are we gonna take that money from? Okay, so this curve represents that if you're looking at two different items in the economy, if you want more of one of them, you're gonna have to be willing to give up some of the other one. So what is going to cost you less? Remember that we learned that word opportunity cost, and opportunity cost is what are you going to have to give up? What is the cost of giving up this opportunity to take a different opportunity? Because that's always going to be the choice that you make in life, right? I'm gonna go to this university because it has this, this, and this. Okay, that's great, but what are you gonna be losing for going to that university instead of this one, right? Okay, so there's always gonna be something to gain and there's always gonna be something to give up. And this curve gives a very good symbolism of that. And when you see it used in any setting that you might see it used, international finance, business in general, on the TV, talking about the economy, talking about politics, talking about decisions being made, you're not gonna be lost. You're gonna say, oh, okay, that makes sense. What's also going to make sense is they're going to talk about working inside the curve, if that's good or bad. It's going to talk about how to move the curve, whether or not that's good or bad. So it's very important information if you are interested in being a citizen that is informed. And honestly, guys, it is your responsibility to be a citizen that is informed in this world. Because if you are informed and educated, then people cannot take advantage of you. But if you're not interested in being informed and educated, then anybody can take advantage of you and you can't complain about it, okay? Because you're basically giving them the power over you. Okay, so this curve is part of that step toward being a responsible citizen, understanding what is being presented to you. Because I don't know, for the longest time for me, if I saw like graphs and stuff like that in reading and in the news, and I didn't pay much attention because I'm like, I don't even understand what that thing says. But we should pay attention to it because sometimes little details are hidden in there that are important for us to know. So your steps for economics today are to watch the rest of this video because I'm putting it right into the video, okay? And then take notes and answer the questions according to the following list. So you're gonna see a list, stop the video, write this stuff down because there's gonna be 4 main points that he talks about in these videos, 4 main ways that we can look at this, the curve graph, and then answer some questions to make sure that you understand what it was all about, okay? Feel free to ask me questions if you have any, because I'm not expecting you to be experts in economics, so if you don't completely understand, let me know. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.